right, welcome to One Nation of Sports Soccer Magazine Extra. I'm your host, Kirk DeMars, and thank you for joining me on the program tonight. You guys are going to have a lot of fun because we've got an outstanding young man joining me on the program right up the road from California, Missouri. We have California Pinto senior football player Ayden Bryant. Ayden's an outstanding student athlete. Not only does he play football, but he does basketball and he does track and field as well. So he keeps himself busy. We're going to try to get into a lot of that information with him tonight, talk a little bit about football and what a great season that California has had, and it's continuing on. So we'll talk about that as well. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Ayden and hear what he has to say tonight. Hey, Ayden, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Hey, we did a little article on you here not long ago, and that guy there looks pretty intimidating. I don't know if you know him or not, but he looks pretty intimidating. We had a lot of fun out there on the photo shoot and getting to know you a little bit, and excited for you guys and what's going on this year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this year in football and just kind of the excitement around the Pintos this year?
Yeah, football this year has been different with the new coach. Coach Grubb has done a great job so far. If someone would have asked me back in May how our record would have been right now, I would not have said 8-2. Us coming from not knowing who the coaches and stuff. But yeah, Coach Grubb's done a terrific job. Everyone on the team has a big role. Um, so I mean, we keep going, we just keep going and stuff. So.
Yeah. And you said that, what was it, 2014, if you remember correctly, back the last time that they had a successful season like what you guys are having,
Yeah, I
somewhere
think it
around
was
there?
the 2014 season. I think was the last time that we had a really successful season, going pretty far in
Yeah.
districts and stuff. So
Yeah. So take me a little bit through as you were, well, we'll get back. Well, I'll get to this one in a little bit. I want to start way back. You started playing football when you were in the third grade. Tell us about how you enjoyed watching the Pintos and what inspired you to want to play football for them when you were in high school.
yeah, really what inspired me was going to the games on Friday nights. Always going to the Friday night football games in California is just it's a different type of atmosphere. It's the football town. This is a football program that takes it to heart, and we push every day, practice, games, all this other stuff to just really think about what we're gonna do in the future. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it's something that I've been inspired by the 2013 Pintos, 2014, like Anthony Price and all them, if you know them. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was when it was like nah, I want to play football for the Pintos too. So
That's awesome. That is good. When did you realize that, hey, this is really going to happen? I get to do this. I get to be a part of the Friday nights here right there in California.
yeah, I started I don't, probably eighth grade. I'd say eighth grade year. So I really started to think football was something that I'm gonna take into like real life and really
Hmm.
fight. Um, But yeah, I think eighth grade, I'd say.
Awesome. Very good. Let's see. In your article with Sports Soccer, you talked about your family and how passionate, hardworking, and loving that they are. What's that look like for you as you apply those same characteristics or family traits to your athletic career and how you help lead others?
Um, I mean, I think it starts all um in the classroom, I'd say, in school, off the field, on the field, all this other stuff. It's always good to have someone that is always impactful in your life, and that's someone that you can just look up to and just push you day by day and all this other stuff. So, my family, my mom, my dad, they push me every day to be the best version of me. So, I mean, I couldn't be more thankful for them. Um, you know, all that
All
other
right.
stuff. So.
Yeah, so we'll ask the question right now. Who's the loudest at the games? Which one of them can you really hear?
It's actually it's funny that you say that. It's actually not my mom or my dad. I'd say it's
Okay.
probably my older sister,
Okay.
Erin. Erin, she's very loud. She likes to scream.
Yeah.
She's been doing that since I was playing basketball in third grade. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It's pretty
she's
awesome
very
though.
loud.
You know that voice. When you hear that voice, you know it,
Oh,
don't you?
oh yeah,
I have a family, a whole family like that. My grandmother was like that. My mom and my sisters are all like that. And my daughter, it's so funny, is that my daughter is actually like that. So it just
yeah,
keeps
my
carrying on. And I can see
yeah,
my granddaughter, I can see her doing it as well. So, yep, pretty cool. Uh,
oh yeah.
want to ask you this real quick, and I didn't have this in my questions, but um, sometimes when people, so was your number for football assigned to you, or was it one that you got to pick out?
I got to actually pick out this number my
Okay.
junior year. I was originally before this number. I've had two different numbers. My freshman year, I was number 10
Hmm.
because I guess freshmen don't get to really pick their number. But then sophomore year, I was number 24. But
Uh-huh.
then number 6, I took this year or last year and this year. Number 6 is just a number that really stood out to me. I really like it.
Okay.
So
Anything behind that? A football player that you emulate after, or was it you just like the number six?
I just like the number 6. I don't know.
Okay.
There's some really good number 6s out in the NFL though. So
Yeah, absolutely. You see, when I was growing up, and that this is going to really date me, but when I was growing up, basketball, number 23, everybody wanted to be like Mike,
oh yeah,
uh,
oh yeah,
you know, be like him, but, we couldn't be like him. That just wasn't possible.
exactly.
Um, but, we could live the dream for a little bit anyway. Um, what would you say? So last year, I think it was the opening game. You had 8 catches for 126 yards, and you scored a touchdown. Um, that was one of your highlights that you talked about in the article. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and how special that was for you, and have you surpassed that moment this year?
Yeah, that moment was crazy. It was the first offensive drive of the season. I think yeah, Martin Kilmer was the quarterback, and coach from last year drew up a play that was just it was wide open. Anyone could have caught that, but yeah, it was crazy. I caught the first touchdown of the year. It was a crazy environment. Everyone was loud. It was fun. Um, but this year I think I passed that with the touchdown opening kickoff touchdown I had versus Willow Springs. That was a really cool moment to have starting off a senior year. So that was pretty fun.
Awesome. You got somebody else that thinks you're pretty awesome. We've got Alexis Anguiano. I think I'm saying that right. Best athlete in the Tri County Conference. So I know that there's a lot of people that would agree with that, Alexis. So thanks for joining in. Hey, with
Yeah,
that,
Alexis is a Alexis is a good athlete too. He plays with me. So me and Alexis have been really good friends for a long time, and he's a really good football player. Something that people don't really see a lot because he's on the offensive line, but he's a
yeah.
good football player. So
Well, we were talking about that and how you were just explaining how important the offensive line has been to you guys' success this year, and you give a lot of credit to them. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about that?
yeah, I mean, coming in this new year, we knew that our offensive line had to really step it up from last year, coming from a passing team mainly last year to a run only kind of offense. So the offensive line this year, I think, has done incredible. Max Blakey, Alexis, Skip Figgins, Lance Clevenger, Owen Pringer, all of them, they're all doing really great, and I've appreciated everything they've done so far. So
Well, we got Chris Dunham, and I'm loving these comments. Keep them coming. But Chris Dunham said, "Great kid," and then Melanie Morton Porter, my friend, she is chiming in, and she said, "Great football player, but I'm excited to see what you do on the basketball court this season." And we know she would think that because of all of her kids that play basketball. But she said, "Let's get some more football wins first. Go Pintos." So thank you guys for commenting. Yeah. It's good to have people around just a tight knit community that really support you, isn't it?
oh yeah, that's great. I can be thankful for California, the community. everyone in it. So
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You've talked about the environment there and just the support in the community. What's that like on a Friday night? Again, you grew up, you know, really wanting to be involved in that, and now you're a part of it. What is it? Is it even at another level this year?
Yeah, I think it is. Our record shows it too. You know, we've had more fans. I feel like this year the games have been better. Um, I think that people are really chimed into our football team this year. Um, it's been a really fun ride. So I mean, yeah, it's been good. So
Yes, and let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit. You started off the season at Willow Springs, 56 to nothing win. Fulton, you had a 31-3 win. Then you had a really tight ball game. Southern Boone, you lost that one 27-20 in overtime. And Southern Boone, we talked about that. They're a good ball club as well. And then
yeah,
Blair Oaks, we know how good Blair Oaks is. That was a tough game, but then you came back, you turned right around, and you edged out Osage, which is another tough team. Boonville, 35-21. Roosevelt with Carnahan, 29-6. At Eldon, 35-33. Again, Eldon's always a tough one to get out. And then Hallsville, 41-14. Last week, Clinton, 49-26. And this week, Oak Grove. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Oak Grove and what you guys are preparing for there?
yeah. Like I said, Oak Grove's they're a good football team. But we're a better football team. And Oak Grove, I think that we're gonna have to be. It's gonna come down to a dogfight. So I think we're gonna have to be more physical. We're gonna play better football. We're gonna have to stop their run, all this other stuff. So Oak Grove's gonna be a. It's gonna be a good game. Hopefully we win. I think we are gonna win. I know we will win. But you like to have that confidence of coming into a game, having high confidence, high hopes for your football team. So
Awesome. Hey, Austin Sewin says, "My guy!" Exclamation point.
yeah, that's
All
my
right.
friend right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys for joining in and sharing these comments. We're talking to Ayden Bryant of California Pintos tonight. Uh, Something that people do not see as much. Well, obviously, they see it when you're doing weightlifting and training at school and getting prepared for what you do, but you also do that outside of school. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of your preparation and workout routines?
Yeah, there's a gym here in California that I've been going to for over a year now. So I mean, I go there with a lot of my friends. We work out there. Try to do that daily. Usually not during football season because don't really have time. But um, yeah, I go to this gym every day. We have workouts in school every day. So just doing all that other stuff right there.
All right, got lots of people chiming in. Colin Atoff said Altoff. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. Six. And then Chase Sloop. I know Chase's mom and dad. I know his family. We're going to that district championship, boy. There you go. You guys,
Oh yeah.
that's it's awesome. I'm excited for you all. I think you're gonna do really well, and it's kind of a different thing coming into this time of year. Um, You've had all the work that you've put in. It can be a grind, but there's just a level of excitement during this time of year. And how's this been different than in years past?
This year I think it's been different, in a lot of ways. The record being better, better. I feel like better play style this year, playing harder, playing with more heart. I feel like the leaders that we have this year are amazing. The senior class, the junior class, everyone. But yeah, I think this year's doing we're doing great. I just couldn't be more proud of it. Everyone on the team. So.
Well, with that, and since a lot of the guys are chiming in, why don't you tell me a little bit about what's been special about this senior class and just your teammates?
Yeah, this senior class is amazing. I have a whole lot of friends in the senior class, close friends on the field, off the field. Um, this year, I feel like us seniors, as a group of seniors, we took a big step in the leadership role. I feel like we have really like went to town telling the underclassmen like this is it, like we can do this. We have the right players, we have the right coaching staff, we have the right offense, we have the right defense to do this. This is the year that we can really take California Pinto football far, I feel like. So
You know, you may not have thought about this yet, but and maybe you have, but think about those kids that are the age right now that you were when you were looking up to California Pinto football, and you know the role you are playing and you and your teammates are playing right now as far as inspiring those kids to want to come and play football for the Pintos. What I mean, what's that mean to you?
yeah, it's crazy. I remember when I was that little, wanting to go on the field and score touchdowns, knew all that other stuff. But and I'm always trying my best to put on a show for California, the community, the people that love football. You know, as a young kid, I've always wanted to play football for the Pintos, and it's just like, and it comes so fast. It's high school goes fast, middle school goes fast, all this other stuff comes so fast. So it's fun. It's amazing. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, and I'm just going to tell you right now, it doesn't slow down. It keeps going fast. I'm like,
I know.
I'm 57 now, and I'm thinking, how did that happen? I don't know how
Yeah,
we got here. How did that happen? But it's good. You know, cherish every moment that you've got with this because this your final year. You are leaving a mark, um, and I know the character that you have. It's not just about on the football field, the basketball court, or the track. It's also in the classroom. So just make the most of those, and you'll look back on that and you know see these things as a special time and be able to pass that along to those that are coming after you. So well done. And I'm going to go ahead and I was going to ask another question, but I'm going to move it on to the next segment. You've done an outstanding job. It's been pretty good, and it's been great comments from all our friends on here. And you guys keep chiming in any comments that you have or anything that's special about Ayden that you want to share. Or, you know, if there's some specific chores that, you know, Ayden doesn't really care about doing, you know, somebody can share that if they want. I don't know. We can jump out with that stuff a little bit later. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
CNS Business Services has been connecting employees with employers since 1977. Recently, CNS rebranded to CNS Employment Solutions to more clearly define their mission of serving the needs of applicants, employees, and businesses while remaining current and evolving with the changes in the workforce. One important thing has not changed. CNS Employment Solutions partners with a wide variety of employers, placing employees in jobs that match their skills and needs.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, CNS Employment Solutions. I've got to make sure I'm saying that right because they changed their name and I've been doing really good, but sometimes I just flip back. I don't know how they do it either because it was that way for a very long time. But CNS Employment Solutions, they do an outstanding job. They have a great team making sure that they pair people up with the jobs that they need right here in mid Missouri, as well as making sure that employers get good, high quality employees working for them. So we appreciate them and their support of this program. Also, we want to say thank you to Big Whiskies. They are our coach of the issue sponsor. And I know Ayden's going to talk a little bit about his coach, but this past issue we had Brett Skinner of Capital City, an outstanding man, mentor, coach, and you know it's important to recognize our coaches and the people that pour in all of their time to developing our student athletes. So we just want to give a shout out to them and thanks to Big Whiskies. So we are talking to Ayden Bryant of the California Pintos. And Ayden, man, it's been you've been bringing the heat, and I know you're going to bring the heat again on Friday as you guys are heading into the next round. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the awards that you've received. You've been all conference, both on offense and defense. How special were those awards that you've had?
They were extremely special. The Tri County Conference is a really good conference, and to get those awards is something you got to work for. So it was something special to me.
Yeah. How do you stay motivated to try to stay at the top of your game?
Um, I'd say probably lifting, going out, doing football stuff, probably focusing on the game, doing footwork stuff, watching football, doing all that stuff. I'd say really motivates me to still keep playing football. So
Okay. We talked about watching a little bit of football last night and how disappointing that game was with the Chiefs. That stuff happens, but we don't want it to happen, but that stuff happens.
it's
So
unfortunate.
let the cat out of the bag there. What's your favorite basketball team?
Mm, like NBA,
Uh huh.
probably the Warriors. I'd say
And favorite player?
Steph Curry.
Oh
Always
man,
been a Steph
see,
Curry fan.
see, look at that, look at that. We are in agreement on all three of those. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Uh, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of these other sports you play? Since we've talked a little bit about basketball, tell us a little bit about that and some of the recognition that you've received there and some of the highlights for you.
Yeah, I play basketball and track. I've got honorable mention 2 times, my sophomore and junior year, and then I got all district last year in basketball. So that was pretty cool. And then I do track, and I got sixth place at state last year for long jump. Um, it was track was a long season, but it was actually really fun. I'm hoping to actually do way better this year in track since it was my first year last year ever doing track. So it was something
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not like you didn't need anything else to do. You just decided, I'm going to pick up another one.
Exactly.
That's good. Hey, I got some more comments here from Mary Torres. She says, "Hola, Mr. Cool Kid." So that's nice. Vivi Torres waving. Then we've got Karen Liebler, proud siblings over here. Such a great kid. Let's go Pintos. And then Aaron Clark, proud brother-in-law. Have and I'm waiting for Ayden to rake my leaves if we are talking about chores. Oh, right here, you heard it. You tell him when
Can't
you
rake
have
any
some.
leaves,
You tell him when you got some time, right?
I guess.
Yeah. Raking leaves. That's one of them. All right, tell us a little bit more about track and field and what's been unique for because track and field sometimes it seems like it's more of an individual sport, but yet it's a team event as well. Tell us about why that's a little bit different and why you've enjoyed that a little bit.
I feel like track was something that I should have started as a freshman, but track is a team sport. Um, That doesn't matter if you're doing a relay team or you're doing a long jump team. You could be cheering someone on and doing all this other stuff to help someone motivate them to be a better athlete. Uh, track was track was fun. It was very cold at the very beginning, so I didn't really like it at first. But I got motivated by Coach Stout, my head coach for track. So he really motivated me, pushed me to do track, and I guess it worked for him since I did decently good. So.
Yeah. So you're obviously you say you don't like the cold weather, so right now you're not really a fan of what's happening right now, right?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No, sir. Me either. So this we've got to ask this question because our friend Melanie Porter, she just popped this over here for us. He forgot to mention his other sport, showing pigs. Expand, please.
Yeah, I did show pigs this summer and last summer. Or
Uh-huh.
last summer was my first time showing pigs. This
Okay.
summer was my second summer, so it's fun.
So tell us a little bit about that for people that don't know about showing pigs.
Well, I actually started showing pigs because of my ag teacher. I'm in FFA, so Mr. Gary Ritchell helps me and my family out by helping us get a pig our first year of doing show pigs and stuff. So I was, I don't know, I fed it every day. I
Okay.
walked it. Then it came down to the show time, and I went in the ring and showed it. Yeah, I actually think I won first place in my class
Wow.
the first year, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think this year I got third place in my class or something, and then something I don't know.
So again, for people that may not know about showing pig, what kind of things are they looking for as far as a winner?
Um, Muscle, um, if they're lean, long, walk with the pig walks with their head up. So your pig walks with its head down. You can't really see the full
Hmm.
structure of the pig and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't really know if I'm gonna do it next year though. But
Yeah, you're
it's a
busy,
cool
right?
experience. Cool experience. Yeah, keeps me busy too.
Yeah. So, how do you train it to keep its head up? What kind of thing do you have to do there to train it to keep its head up?
I walk it every day.
Hmm.
If you walk it every day, you hit him in the like side of the head, like in the neck area. So like it
Hmm.
puts his head up like really fast if you do that.
Okay,
But yeah, walk it every day.
good.
You got to work with
Well,
it a lot.
yeah, yeah. Well, Melanie, thank you for that. I did not have that question in here, so thank you for sharing that. I'm sure Aiden was like, absolutely, thank you.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
see. We got another one from Gary Bleck, and he said Aiden was always fast, but running track made him much faster. Proof is the many rundowns and saving touchdowns he makes. So, thank you, Gary, for that comment. We appreciate that. Um, I want to go ahead and have you now talk a little bit about your coaches. Talk about your coaching football first, and then you can share about basketball and track as well.
Yeah, coach, I started playing varsity football with my coach from yeah 2 years ago. That's Coach Womack. He moved to Oregon, but Coach Womack was a special guy to me when it comes down to football. He's really helped me a lot in becoming a better player, a better person, and all this other stuff. But Coach Womack's really helped me. Coach Hyman was my position coach for receiver. Coach Hyman helped me a lot be the type of receiver I am today. There's a lot of coaches, Coach Clee Thermos, Coach Hartman, Coach Matzis, Coach Dow. All those guys have helped me. Um, the last guy is Coach Grubb. He's the new coach this year for football. He's done amazing to me, to the other players, to the community. Coach Grubb's he's a great coach. He's really knows what he's talking about. He's coming from Mexico, so it was a new type of offense and defense that he came with.
Mhm.
But Coach Grubb he's helped me. He's helped everyone on the football team this year. So it was nice to see what he's
Why don't
done for
we,
us this year. So,
yeah, why don't we go and expand on that a little bit? Talk about that first time that he came in and had a meeting with you guys. I mean, there's a little bit of unknown. What was that like? And then, what did you get after that meeting?
the first meeting was back in March, I think. He came to the high school. It was like a meet and greet. I didn't really like think about him too much. I was just wondering like what he was as a coach and what kind of offense we were gonna run, all this other stuff. But first time meeting him, it was very different. He's like I said, he's a great coach. Coach Grubbs, I don't know, he's just a good coach.
Very good. Luis Anguiano, he says, Hola, amigo. Good job. Go Pintos. All right. Lots of Pinto fans. I'm sure they're getting hyped up for this week. Um,
But yeah,
I know there's more that you guys want to do. You're not satisfied with 8-2. You want to keep this thing rolling. I
100%.
want to ask you next about. I know you haven't made a choice yet of where you're going to go to school. I know you're thinking a little bit about stuff, but you talked about furthering your education in business and psychology. Tell us why you're interested in doing those things and maybe what you're looking at wanting to do in a career.
Well, psychology was something that I don't really know if I'm gonna do psychology. I've kind of changed my majors. It changes like every 2 months, but that's just how I am. But um, I don't know where I'm going to. I'm looking at Mizzou because I don't know. I feel like that it's close to home. But I think I might major in maybe something with agriculture or something in business or something simple like that. So
Yeah, very good. So it's important to you to kind of stick around, stick close to home.
yeah, for college at least. I don't know what I'll
Hmm.
do after that, but
All right. So don't do like my daughter and son-in-law did, okay? My daughter, she takes the photos for the magazine, and my son-in-law, he comes with her, and you met him on the day that we did your photo shoot as well. And don't do what they did. They've moved 16 hours away from us. That's not cool.
oh
We
my
need,
gosh.
we've got five grandkids, and you miss seeing them. The good thing is we've got FaceTime that we'll be able to have communication with them all the time on that. But it's don't do that to your family, okay?
I don't think I'll do anything like that.
Okay. Hopefully my daughter and son-in-law will watch this and they'll say, okay, yeah, we need to move back closer sometime. All right. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your parents? They made a quote in the magazine in your article, and it described you as caring, charming, talented, kind, charismatic. You like kids, and you're empathetic. Tell us about that. Why would they say all those really cool things about you?
Yeah, I have a lot of nephew and nieces, so I'm with a lot of family, little nephews and nieces all the time. So it's I'm always by them. So like it's kind of helped me be able to talk to little kids about sports and or other things like that. So yeah, I don't know.
All right. So let's see. Obviously, that kind of fits all of that. So that would explain it. And just from our conversation, I can tell you're that kind of person too. So, um, what have you enjoyed most about attending California high school? The experience, your education, athletics, all that.
Um, probably the probably the football team. I feel like the football team you can bond with people the best just because there's so many numbers on the team and you have team breakfast, team dinners, team meals, and all this stuff. In practice you're with your football family like mm, June to whenever your football season ends, so it's like you're together all the time and it's just you bring a whole bunch of memories and bonds together that you can give to each other. So
Nobody's getting on anybody's nerves. None of that.
I mean, friendship nerves, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Um, so, this might be something that some people don't know about. Um, what's that locker room smell like? Because I have been in some really bad locker rooms. What's that locker room smell like?
That's funny. Our locker room smells horrible. It's bad. We need to get some like Febreze sprayed everywhere in there. Everyone needs to take their practice home or practice jerseys home and wash them every night. It is disgusting.
Oh, that's funny. We did a photo shoot one time with a kid that played hockey, and we were doing a dual photo or a dual cover photo with him and then an ice skater. And this kid's jersey, I'm telling you, that probably could have stood up on its own. It had that. I mean, it was walking by, you could. It's like, woo, and she was leaning up against him, and I thought, oh, you poor girl.
Sometimes I have to tell my friends to go home and take a shower because it's
Hey,
bad.
yeah, you guys hear that? Go home, take a shower. Oh, wait a minute. Alexis says it's Aiden's locker.
He's right next to me, so I can smell his the worst.
Okay, there you go. There you go. We got it going back. There we go. What advice would you leave underclassmen with, Aiden?
Um, High school flies by, um, so take everything for granted. Football, anything, any sport, school, clubs. Uh, California is one of the best schools in Missouri, so it's 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 a good school that you will enjoy. But it goes by really fast, so it's something that you got to take for granted and just keep living another day.
All right, this is going to be a question off the cuff too. So, do you like hunting or fishing?
I've hunted one time, I think. I hunted with a friend named Ian Peterson one time, but it was cold. He actually shot a little doe that I had to gut out and everything. But
Okay.
I fish sometimes with my friends in the summertime. I'm not patient, so I can't do it for a long time unless I catch a lot of fish. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was only mentioning that because, we saw Chase Swoop on here and, his dad does taxidermy and he's very
Oh
good
yeah,
at it. So I was just saying if, you had like that trophy buck or that big
oh yeah,
fish.
yeah. I've fished with Chase a couple times.
Yeah, very good. Um, all right. I want to just finish that segment and now we'll go ahead and we'll just ask some speed round questions. And I just want to know real quick, what is your favorite go-to snack after a football game? I mean, if you could pick out what you want, what is that item that you get hungry for right after a game?
Probably a bag of like Lay's chips or something like that. Barbecue Lay's chips.
Okay. Now we're talking snack size bag or are we talking big bag?
We're talking medium sized bag.
Okay. All right. Very good. Uh, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would that be and why?
Ooh. Um, Probably like Bora Bora or something. My sister actually went to Bora Bora. I looked that up and it looks so nice, like a
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah.
But
She didn't take you with her,
she didn't want to.
huh? Okay. Yeah, you thought you were close, right?
Yeah.
uh, I'm sure it was a well-deserved getaway trip. So, uh, as far as you and describing the ferocity that you have as a football player, what wild animal would best describe what you're like on the football field?
Um, I don't know. Maybe a lion, something like that.
Okay, getting up on that rock and letting it go.
Something like that.
All right. Uh, I got one more superhero. Which superhero do you or Marvel character, DC, whatever? Which one do you most identify with?
Batman.
Batman. All right. Why Batman?
I don't know. I just like Batman.
Okay.
Batman's cool.
Okay. Favorite Batman movie?
Probably the mm, I went to wa- it's funny. I went to watch a Batman movie like in the summertime, I think last summer.
Uh huh.
That was probably my favorite. I don't remember which one that was though.
So it would have been a recent one.
Yeah.
Okay. I think my favorite one was The Dark Knight. I really liked that one. That was good. Um, all right. So that's those questions. I do want to finish with just another question. I think this is important, and I kind of feel like you're going to give me a great answer on that. So I'm already setting you up for this, okay? Uh, there are different people that walk through your classroom halls that you might look at and think that that person's having a tough time. What do you do in those circumstances when you see somebody that's having a rough time? You don't know what it is, but you recognize that.
I go up to him obviously, um, help him out, ask him what's wrong and everything. If it was like really bad, I'd help take it to administration or something like that. But um, I just tell him like, man, you can't. No one can tell you anything, and no, you can only believe yourself and stuff like that. So it's something that I've always thought of.
Yeah. You got a lot of really, really good teachers and coaches. Tell us a little bit about that nice lady that right when you go into the office. Tell us about her and how special she is.
Kathy,
Yep.
Kathy's she's been there since I feel like she's been there since I was in middle school, elementary school. But yeah, she's very nice. Kathy, I don't really talk to Kathy a whole lot. She's nice. She's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes she messes up the announcement sometimes, but it's all good. Everyone messes up the announcements every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool when we brought in the magazines from this last issue and showed her that you were in there. She she lit up and she had a big old smile, and she
That's
said,
awesome.
this is a really good young man." So it's it's pretty cool to have people like that, and they're just proud to be able to pour into you guys. So, Aiden, any final comments? Anything else that you want to share?
Nope.
All right, that wasn't too hard, was it? I didn't ask any too rough questions.
It is easy.
Okay, very good. Well, hey, I want to wish you guys best of luck this coming week and throughout the rest of the playoffs. And hopefully you'll be able to pick out that school that you're wanting to go to here pretty soon and get that all figured out. If you'll hold on, I'll go ahead and close out the program real quick, and I'll visit with you right afterwards. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, absolutely. Thanks for joining us. All right, we have talked tonight with Ayden Bryant of California Pintos. They are 8-2 right now with their football team, and he is excited about their opportunity this week as they go and they are getting ready to play in the next round of the state playoffs. Excited to see what those guys are going to do. Um, Hope you enjoyed the program. If you didn't get a chance, go ahead and share this with your friends and make sure that they get to hear all about Ayden as well as the rest of the Pinto football team, what they're looking forward to doing, and just a great young man from good family. As you can tell, he's very likable. So appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and join me next week as we have another program with a very impressive student athlete just like Ayden Bryant. So God bless you guys. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.